On Monday, June 16 at 12:08 a.m., Bombardier Q400 Air Canada Flight 4982 was going from Grady Airport to Perth, or St. Barth. The flight was in a lot of trouble at this moment, because soon as they take off, the controls were starting to shake, but went back to normal. But as they didn't know, engine 1 on the left was having difficulty trying to work after hitting something on the runway that was from a Boeing 747. One of the pieces to its wing came off, and it hit the engine number 1, caused one of the blades to break. But later, it would get worse and worse. As you can see, there's fighting in the chat. But then Air Canada Flight 4982 was off course once again. They called for emergency services and backup because there were trouble with Flight 4982. But as it gets worse, 4982 left engine is starting to appearing issues and about to happen very soon. But then left engine number 1's plate rips off and tears one of the wing part broke in half. Currently not in half, but almost scraped off in half. The plane bangs to the left very hard into a nosedive as the failures and alerts starts going off on 4982 plane. Bombardier Q400 was going into a nosedive as Flight 4982 was trying to get a grip of the controls. The pilots, the crews, the passengers hold on for their dear life. Pilot named Mark and co-pilot James were both trying to control the plane. Of the 155 passengers and 2 crews, they were holding on. The passengers were calling their parents and all that, telling them their last moments before it crashed. But Flight 4982 was perfectly trying to land at the airport at St. But they were going way too fast and the plane wouldn't stop slowing down. Because of the engine fire, it would keep increasing the speed when going down. But when going down again later, definite disaster would happen. Air Canada Flight 4982 is at St. Barth, but they are trying to land the plane safely. They went on the left side and trying to go back to the right. If they go to Grant Airport, disaster would definitely happen sooner or later than Grant Airport. So they turned back around to St. Barth and trying to land. But the Bombardier Q400 was going fast. But the speed was going lower when they tried to turn to the right. Because on the left side, that's where the engine is not working. Engine number 2 is trying to perfectly get more boost. But after the wire cut off, the engine 2 is not perfectly doing right. They overshot the runway, is heading into the hill in the grass, hitting the sand beach next to the water, and they almost crashed. Barely, Mark holds on and tries to control. James was trying to control. But right after that, They almost hit the grass, almost causing more major crash with the wing cutting off. But disaster was about to lay ahead of them. The plane kept going into land mode or stall. The plane was now in low speed motion, which is 88 to 80 and 82%. Just seconds after takeoff and minutes after takeoff, the plane stalls for 1 second, and now on land speed goes out of control in a nosedive, and after seconds after takeoff, it crashes.
Terrain ahead. Pull up, 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 pull up.